Hey, like he gave Adam and Eve their identity, man. That's the identity, you know.
Right. That's what you got? You got no money for this either?
No, bring it up.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Verse.
This is Judges chapter 5, verse 11. They that are delivered from the noise of the archers in the places of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates. Yeah, what that brother said earlier.
Yeah, the places of drawing water is talking about slavery. And then the noise of the archers is America. The arrows are the missiles, the thermonuclear missiles that are going to come and rain down on America. That's the noise of the archers. So it said, here in our captivity, we're going to rehearse our righteous acts. That's why we start, we celebrate, the high holy days. We got the Passover coming up. You got every week, you got a Sabbath. Every new moon is a Sabbath, right? A holy day is just like a Sabbath, right? So we have these customs that we keep. And it's not only the outward things that we do, but it's the inward things as well. Right. Like not having a grudge towards one another, not being malicious towards one another. That's being a good neighbor one to another. These people, they're nothing of that sort. They're nothing of that caliber.
That's right.
They just do, they make nigger moves all day, man. And we don't do that. Right. We're very cautious with what we do and make sure that it's a part of the scriptures. Because like I said, if you do these words, then you will be my disciple indeed. Right. So we're proving, we got to prove, like the scripture says, to work out your own salvation with fear and with trembling. Right. So salvation isn't for everybody. Right. And even for those, the elect, that salvation will come upon, they're still fearful because they don't know that they're of the elect. They hope they're of the elect, and we hope we're part of the elect too. Right. Right. So, and like the brother was originally getting into, again, it goes all back to the word of the Most High. He's only dealing with one nation of people, and even now, right now, he's only dealing with a small group of people, 144,000, 1/3, the elect of our people. We don't need everybody, man, because like the scripture says, if your eye offend thee, pluck it out. A lot of these people are very offensive to the Lord, like we read in 2nd Ezra. They wouldn't continue in the words of the Most High. They did impieties. They're very impious. They're not devout. They're not pious. You see? So these people got to go. Right. 2/3 are gonna die.
Right. I want you to keep going with that.
Come on.
My fault. Yeah, you got something else?
Yeah. This is Acts 27, and I'll start at 19. But when the Jews spake against it, I was constrained to appeal unto Caesar. Not that I had aught to accuse my nation of. For this cause, therefore, have I called for you, to see you and to speak with you. Because that for the hope of Israel, I am bound with this chain. And that's just like us. We're bound for the hope of our people, of the elect. We're bound by this chain to do this work. Right. Okay, that's why Yahweh Shai said, my burden is easy, my yoke is easy, and my burden is light. It's really not a hard thing to do the right thing. Right. You actually got to go out of your way to do the wrong thing. Because you got to get your mindset into it, and you got to devise all the lies and get your story straight. It's a lot harder to do wickedness. Right. It's very easy to do the right thing. Right. Verse 21. And they said unto him, we neither received letters out of Judea concerning thee, neither any of the brethren that came showed or spake any harm of thee. And that's basically because the Jews, the Israelites that knew they were Israelites, they weren't fucking with Paul, man. They didn't want to deal with him. So he was outcast from the 2/3, pretty much. Okay? Verse 22. But we desire to hear of thee what thou thinkest, For as concerning this sect, we know that everywhere it is spoken against. And that's exactly, everyone speaks against GMS. Everyone speaks against brothers in GMS. Because what? Everyone else is living the lie. Oh, Jesus is white. They believe that the white man can be saved, that he's not the devil. So everyone speaks against the truth, just like with Paul. We know that everywhere it is spoken against. Everyone speaks against the truth.
Right.
Verse 23. And when they had appointed him a day, every day we come out Saturday.
Right.
There came many to him into his lodging, to whom he expounded and testified the kingdom of the Most High, persuading them concerning Yahushua, both out of the law of Moses and out of the prophets from morning till evening. And some believed the things which were spoken, and some believed not. So, what were the in the New Testament, the disciples and the apostles, the believers, what were they teaching out of? The law of Moses, the prophecies concerning Israel, that they would be spread abroad.
Right.
Have niggers, spicks, and salmon slappers, have we not been spread abroad throughout this world?
Sure
have we been not moved to reservations? Have we not been forced to flee into Alaska and Canada to get away from you damn devils? You red pasty fucks? You Caucasians? We've been spread out everywhere. So this is who he's talking about, out of the law of Moses, which our spirit is constantly yearning to be attached to. Like these bitches want to be stuck on their phones all the time and get their pineal gland fucked up. That's all the woman wants to do. Is let's talk on the phone, right? That's all that women want to do, right? But we're not about that. We're not about the bullshit.
Shut the fuck up.
Did I say your name? I'm saying shit vegan in general. If the shoe fits, then you must be the bitch. You fat slob. Why are you getting offended? It's vegan in general. Yeah, she went out of her way. I thought you were on the phone.
Yeah, she said.
I thought you were on the phone. And you stopped. So whatever you're doing clearly is not important. You're a fucking liar. I'll keep dropping this shit. So you got more precepts for the law. In Psalms 119, and I'll start at 1. Blessed are the undefiled in the way who walk in the law of the Lord.
Right. I'm sorry, say it again, bro.
Blessed are the undefiled in the way who walk in the law of the Lord.
So you're blessed if you walk are the undefiled that walk in the way of the Lord.
That goes back to the virgins.
Right.
We all virgins. The book of Revelation talks about they're all virgins.
Right.
That's what it means, undefiled. We're blameless.
Right.
We come out here to wash the blood off our hands.
Right.
No one can tell us that we didn't give you fair warning.
Right.
That, hey, look, you're the devil, or you're an Israelite, or you're a heathen, you're a Hamite, whatever the case may be.
Right.
America is Babylon, Egypt, Sodom, and Gomorrah.
Right.
You got no excuse. We come out here to rehearse being perfect.
Right.
There's more too.
Right.
Psalms 119 and 2. Blessed are they that keep his testimonies. And what's the spirit of Yahushua, right?
The spirit of
the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. Right? Okay. And that seek him with his whole heart, his whole mind.
Right.
That's why it tells us again in the Apocrypha that you got to, I think it's Sirach 39 or 37 or 38. It says, we meditate continually on thy precepts. We meditate all day. We pour blood. There's literally blood, sweat, and tears on our Bibles, man.
Right.
Literally blood, sweat, and tears on these pages, man. These things are a part of us, man. The word, it's gonna get engrafted in us. Everything's gonna be off bat, but we're rehearsing that action now. And the reward is that that will come into fruition. That will be made manifest if we're worthy. Did you find it? 39 and 1.
This is Sirach 39 and 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient
Right.
and be occupied in prophecies.
Right.